Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Wednesday, March 23rd, 2022. I got a little rain here going at the homestead at the moment, a nice little sprinkle. I'm going to have to bring the puppies back in here shortly. Before we get into this video, just really quickly, I wanted to let you know I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. and we will be discussing a cyber attack, what to do, how should you prepare for the possibility of a cyber attack. So we're going to be talking about that tonight in the live stream, so I would encourage you all to join me then. Alright, so let's get into this video. How much more are people willing to take? So what do I mean by that? How much more are people willing to take? As things continue to get more and more difficult for people, people are getting more and more stressed out. You're seeing an uptick in violence, in crimes. You're seeing an uptick in road rages. People are at their wits' end. There's Mr. Lucy. Well, you want to come out? You want to go back in? Luce, come on. Let's go in. Come on, baby. It's raining. So a lot of people are, like I said, they're at their wits' end. Come on, Luce. Come on. Come on. Lucy's an old man now, so I don't like to leave him outside if it's cold and wet and rainy. Alright, so with the price of everything going through the roof, as we already all know, it's not like I'm talking about something you don't know. Food prices, gasoline prices, propane, heating oil, everything that you can think of, rent, taxes. Taxes are just, it amazes me, what's going on as far as taxes goes, especially, people, the governments know how badly people are hurting, so what do? They're jamming everybody's assessments up through the roof, saying that their properties are worth way more than they, either are, or just raising them up so that they can squeeze more out of the average citizen to continue to do whatever they're doing. It is amazing. So I think you're seeing a lot of people are at their wits' end. They've had enough. And at some point, and this is what I kind of wanted to talk about, at some point there comes a breaking point where people have just had enough. So what do we normally do? Right? I mean, let's be honest. What do? We go to the gas station, we see the insane gas prices, we piss and moan and complain, right? But at the end of the day, we fill up our tanks and we go on about our business because we really don't have an option. There's not a choice. There's not an alternative thing that you can do as far as that goes. So there's a lot of that going on, and when you're looking to the government to change things, and when you have a administration that is completely out of touch with reality, it makes things that much more difficult. People are going to be, like I said, again, it makes it very, very difficult when they're not doing enough to help the average citizens. I know 2 states so far have suspended the gas tax. I believe Maryland is one of them, and I can't remember the other state that did it. You guys will tell me in the comments, but I know Maryland was one of them. And they suspended the gas tax for 30 days to try to give people a little bit of relief. I will tell you right now, I think 2 states you will not see do that will be California and New York. You will not see that. They just don't care. The administrations that run these states, they're greedy. You're seeing a mass exodus out of California. You are seeing a mass exodus out of New York. I will be one of those people very, very shortly that will no longer call New York home. And I can't wait for that day, I'll be honest with you. I really can't. I've loved this area where I'm at here. It's a beautiful area. It's very, very peaceful when it's all greened up and the gardens are going and everything like that. It's just gorgeous. It's lovely. But with everything that they do, and every time you turn around, they're trying to squeeze you some more. It gets really old, and you get really tired of it. And so you get to a point where you go, okay, enough is enough. And so again, what do we do then? What are people going to do? I'm putting my hood up because the rain is starting to pick up a little bit now. What are people going to do? What are the options? Like I said, I see all the frustrations with people. So something has to give. And I think what you're going to see eventually, if things continue to go the way that they're going, and I'm not an advocator of violence. I don't think that that's always the right answer, but I think you're going to see people snap. And when people snap, that's when it's going to get dangerous. Like I said, already crime is just going through the roof. When people don't have enough and they have families to take care of, there's not a lot of alternatives other than steal and stuff like that. Oh, there's always alternatives, but a lot of people will take the easy way out. Let me rephrase that. But the reality is this, and I'm always going to go back, and I'm always going to use myself as an example. All right, when I was living in Greece, New York, and I was working 66 hours a week, 6 days a week. Only day I had off was on Sunday, and every year it seemed like I was getting further behind. I wasn't getting ahead. I was getting further behind because health insurance kept going up every year. There's another thing. Health insurance went up every single year, and when it went up, it would go up, 10 to 15% every single year. So it just got more and more and more expensive. When you had the credit card companies went from reasonable interest rates to outrageous interest rates, and that was perfectly fine. That was okay for them to do that. At the end of the day, it hurts the consumers, and there is always going to be a breaking point. And there was a breaking point for me. I couldn't keep working like I was working. I was killing myself, and I knew I was killing myself, and I was, I said, something's got to change. And so, yeah, I made drastic changes in my lifestyle, completely drastic changes, but I did it for my family. I did it for myself. I did it because I wanted to put myself in a better position to have a better life, to not be a slave anymore. When people decide to not be slaves anymore, you're going to see things really drastically change. One of the great countries that I would say, and it's a great example of it, is France. France, they get to a point where they've had enough, they'll overthrow that government. They don't care. Or the monarchy, or whatever the case may be, whoever's in charge. They get to that point where they've had enough, that's what they'll do. And I think you're going to see that more and more and more. And that's why I'm thinking you're seeing, and this is my opinion, of course, why I think you're seeing more control mechanisms trying to be put into place to keep people under control, because people, like I said, they've just have gotten to that point where they're like, I can't take it anymore. So, just my thoughts on that. I want to hear your feedback on this. Are people at that point? Have people finally reached a point where enough is enough? Or how much more are you willing to take? Those are questions that I have for you guys, and I want, like I said, I definitely want to hear your feedback on these topics, because I do think it's important topics. So real quick, guys, I am going to mention my website, preppernurse1.com. We have the Prepper Nurse 1 community there, which is a resource that we have set up for you guys to be able to connect with like-minded people. It is free to join. It does not cost anything, but you do have to register. But no credit card information is asked. Once you register, go in, check out the message boards, check out the people in your state or your country to connect with like-minded people. Also on my website, we have the Forefathers, which is a CBD and hemp store. Again, you go to my website, you will see their logo, the Forefathers logo. You click on that, it will take you to their website. Once you're on their website, if you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase, you can save yourself 15% on that purchase by using the discount code PrepperNurse1. Okay? So definitely take advantage of that as well. Last but not least, on my website, preppernurse1.com, you go in there, you will click on store, it will drop down, you will see Legacy Foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. It is GMO free, 25-year shelf life, it's made in the United States. It is vegetarian, but there are beef and chicken options that can be purchased separately. There are also gluten-free options for people that need that. So definitely take advantage of that. So just putting that out there ahead of time. It's a good thing to have in your long-term food preparations. And again, they are the largest portion size of any of the other freeze-dried food companies. So just, again, sharing information. All right, guys. So anyway, just not a very pleasant day here, as you can see. It's been overcast all day. Like it's low 40s right now, so it's definitely chilly. One of those kind of days. So I think this weekend is supposed to be not pleasant as well. So we'll see how that goes. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. We have to stop letting them divide us over race, religion, political affiliation, the vaxxed, the unvaxxed. All these things are tools that are used to manipulate us, the average citizen, to continue to fight amongst each other and not deal with the true issues and the real problems, which of course is always going to be big business and the government. So, like I said, don't let them use these against you. Also, guys, remember, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really, really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Life is so short, it is very important to try to spend quality time with the people that you care about. I think that's more important than chasing the almighty dollar, in my opinion. And that's why, I made the changes I did in my life, because the one thing you will never get back, my friends, is time. Time will continue to march on no matter what. So the more time that you can spend with people that you really want to spend your time with, the better off you're going to be. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that can stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. If you set realistic goals and then you set about to making them happen, they will happen. And the only person stopping you is you. Again, when you surround yourself with positive people, you get positive results. When you surround yourself with negative people, you get negative results. So those negative people need to be put aside because they only want to bring you down. They're miserable and unhappy, and they want to make you be the same way. So don't let them do that to you. All right? All right, my friends, I will see you all tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be talking about the possibility of a grid down situation and what we have to do in preparations for that and what could happen. All right? I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.